Okay, I know every single Swiftie in the whole wide world is counting down the hours. We're recording this podcast on Thursday evening, approximately 8-ish, 8:30-ish Central Time, which means that, what is it, Taylor Swift's
4 hours countdown to her drop of her new album, which is
Tortured something?
The Tortured Poets Department.
Okay, and it has kind of a little provocative cover, I thought.
Yeah.
Did you see the cover?
No.
Oh, it's a little provocative. I mean,
Is it?
Well, it's not dirty.
Right.
But she's lying down, so she's prone, and she's wearing underwear.
Oh.
But nothing revealing.
Right,
Like,
right.
Anyway. But it sort of, to me, portends that there's sexy stuff inside.
Oh.
That's kind of what I got from the album cover.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, so she's going to drop that at midnight tonight, which is technically, I guess, Friday morning, but, Thursday midnight. Anyway.
Well, there's been exciting stuff going on in Chicago with the big mural that they started painting at the beginning of the week with a QR code on it.
A mural. Wait, this is related to Swift?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. And
Where is it?
it's downtown in River North.
Okay.
On a big either building or...
Oh, it's in the side of a building.
I think it's in the side of a building. And
Okay.
it's a QR code, which is people can actually scan it. So there's a QR code. It says, when scanned the QR code, which I guess you can,
Okay.
it led to a YouTube short story on Taylor Swift's page with a message, error 321. By Thursday morning, it led to a YouTube short that showed a typewriter typing the letter T with the sound of clock ticking in the background. A similar note appeared on Swift's website in February. So here's all these clues to whatever's going to happen when the album's dropped.
Okay, so she's got the Easter eggs going there. She's got some kind of a
Yes, you
some
said
kind
Easter
of a
eggs.
display somewhere in Los Angeles or something where people were waiting 5 hours just to see this.
Right.
Some sort of I don't even know what that was about.
In Chicago, there was a huge line.
Oh, there's
of
one in
peop-
Chicago too?
Well, yeah, because that's where the QR code is.
Oh.
On the building.
Oh.
Yes, all these clues all over the place. Like you said, Easter eggs. I didn't know anything about the Easter eggs, but they're mentioned here in reference to the QR code.
All I know is whoever is marketing her, and I'm sure she has plenty of input in this
yeah.
because she's very savvy and has been
Yes,
always. So
very
this
savvy.
is obviously coming from her as well. They are just dynamic.
Yeah. There's been long lines to take pictures of the QR code. I guess try to scan it, which I'm not really sure how that works.
That
but
seems weird.
maybe it does work.
Okay, well.
And it's so there's something going on with that. NBC, Chicago. This is where I got the story.
Oh,
This is
that's
where
our
I-
source.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
the information.
Okay.
Because I kept seeing little glips on the news with these guys painting this QR code in Chicago in relation to Taylor Swift's album dropping.
Okay.
And so-
well, very clever, and got to give it to her marketing team and to her for all of the things that they do to market these albums. Very, very
Yes.
good. And Joellen, from what I hear, I hope it ended well because I guess the album is about their relationship, which they were together for 6 years. What do you expect?
The guy in England?
Yeah, that cutie
They-
pie.
Yeah, they were there that long?
Well,
Wow.
6 years they had a relationship.
My goodness.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to hear about that.
Well, oh no, that's what they're that's what
yeah.
they're saying from the Easter eggs.
Oh.
Yeah.
God,
So
you got to be careful when you date Taylor.
yeah. Think about that, Mr. Kelsey.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow, let's get into the show. We've got other things to talk about, but we just had to hit on that, and we'll touch more on Taylor in our next podcast because by that time we'll have a reaction to some of her, her stuff.
There'll be Taylor mania.
We're not really her core demo or anything, but
No.
I
No.
like her music. I think
Oh,
she's.
I like her.
I like her. She has not had missteps.
No missteps.
so far.
She's
No.
solid.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've talked about her before.
Right,
We just
right.
like the image that she's created and this seems to be who she is.
Mm-hmm.
So just a nice girl from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
They don't talk like that there.
No.
Anyway, okay, let's get into the show. Welcome to Ladies Who Question. It's time. Let's just jump right in and talk about the WNBA. And there's been a lot of talk about Caitlin Clark and WNBA salaries, and we just had the draft. We're recording this on a Thursday evening, and the draft was, what, two nights ago?
I think it was Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night. So, and people are up in arms, first of all, about Caitlin Clark's salary. And I don't know all the numbers. It was something like $76,000 a year, and then whatever. I hope you have that information, but something over a 4-year period or something. What is it? What is it?
I don't have that information, but
it was like $76,000 a year.
I did have $76,000 a year.
Yeah, but it's over a 4-year contract. It's like $388,000 or something like that.
Right.
That's just her WNBA salary.
That's not endorsements.
No, which
so
I
forth.
saw. She has T-Mobile.
Right. She'll be fine with endorsements.
I hope so.
It's just the disparity in the NBA versus the WNBA. And I think that we need to compare some statistics. WNBA started in 1996. They're new.
So they're pretty new. So we'll keep this balanced here. There's no big outrage, but we're questioning.
Right. We're questioning. And they have 12 teams. Mm-hmm. The NBA has 30 teams.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that doesn't say that they shouldn't be paid more.
No.
Now, the average ticket for WNBA game is $47.
Okay.
Where it was
yeah. Oh my God, NBA, I can't imagine.
And it's about $300 to $500 for a courtside seat.
Oh, well, courtside.
Right.
I thought that'd be more.
At WNBA.
Okay, WNBA.
Now, it was really hard to get a solid comparison with the NBA because certain teams have a bigger following. They're a bigger franchise. They have their brand out there more. But you can pay anywhere from $1,500 to $47,000 for courtside.
Oh my God!
The Miami Heat, I think, gets the most for their courtside seats, anywhere from $26,000 to $47,000.
That's insane for one game,
right? And also, the average salary in the NBA is $10.8 million. So the average player makes that much. The average salary in the WNBA is $242,000
a year. Mm-hmm. Oh boy!
And so my husband was like trying to say, but you can't really compare this because of this and that and this and that.
That's a fair point. I agree.
So that's why I ran these numbers.
Okay.
But then we could talk about other things that is going to really help the WNBA
Well, let's talk about the stats since you did the work. So let's talk about that.
The average attendance per game in the WNBA is 6,535. Average attendance in NBA, which was kind of low, but it's 18,322. But you have to look at game like the Lakers, sold out every time. There's certain teams where Warriors, they're sold out every time. What was another statistic I had? The WNBA has to start filling seats, selling out stadiums, and it's about the advertisers. Mm-hmm. So I think with this whole new generation of women coming through the ranks, thank you very much, Caitlin Clark, who has stood up and she's
energized.
She's re-energized it. It's like Tiger Woods. Mm-hmm. It's like certain players that come to the party and they re-energize the sport.
Yeah.
But it would be so nice to see women just raise above in this sport and get paid for what they're worth.
Well, that's all about the fans. And if the fans decide to just support them and come out, and that'll raise the salaries because they'll get attendance and they'll fill arenas. And
exactly.
Yeah, let's hope that it just builds from here. I mean, that would be really nice.
Oh, it'd be so great.
Yeah.
The other statistic I have is the most popular team in the league, women's basketball, is, take a guess.
I don't know. I really don't. I'm not up on any of this stuff at all.
It would be Indiana Fever.
Oh, well, that's where
Erica Wheeler.
Wait, that's where Caitlin Clark went, to the Indiana Fever.
Right, but this is prior to her getting there.
Oh, okay.
This was last year's statistics.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I never even heard of that team. Now the team that's the team with the highest earners.
Oh,
highest earnings.
Well, okay.
But the most popular team in the league, which has the highest attendance, which is 9,551 per game average, is, take a guess. Well, do you even know the teams? Like,
Well,
didn't
I
know
really
the
don't
teams.
even know the teams,
Yeah.
but I would imagine it's in a large metropolitan area. No?
It is, but I think it's a secondary. But I kind of understand it. So,
Where is it?
Las Vegas.
Oh.
The Las Vegas Aces.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And I know that, well, my friend that moved to Las Vegas that I was just talking to you about, they go to every single sports game. They're like super involved because they have a hockey team.
Yeah.
Well, there's football now. The A's are going to move over there.
Oh
And,
my gosh, that's right. The A's are moving from Oakland to Las
Yeah.
Vegas.
And they do have a women's basketball team. So maybe it's all the locals that are moving there from out of state that are, fans of the sports. Because I can't see people flying in for some of these.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe
No.
Raiders games, but
Yeah. Well, oh yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, for sure, Raiders. Yeah.
Oh, the Raiders, yeah. And it's a hop, skip, and a jump from
Right.
Oakland to Las Vegas.
Right,
So,
right.
I mean, you could drive.
Yeah.
easy. I
you could
mean,
drive like 8 hours.
Yeah. Sorry, we
So-
have a studio dog in here. Our studio dog for today is Gracie, and we will post a picture of her. But she's pretty active, so if you hear the click, 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 or whining or whatever she's going to do, that's Gracie.
She's
okay.
a cute little Frenchie
She
bulldog.
She's a cute little girl. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Wait,
but
what? Not a bulldog. A Frenchie.
She's a Frenchie.
Yeah, a
Well,
Frenchie.
they're kind of.
No, wait.
They're just called Frenchies.
Frenchies, yeah.
But they're French bulldogs, I thought.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then I was like second guessing.
Yeah.
So those are some of the stats. We could talk about the draft and the fashion of the draft, and
I'd like
how-
to talk about
Yeah.
that because we had a post, I believe it was yesterday or today. They showed the draft. Well, the fashion from before was always business casual, so it was kind of buttoned down and not colorful, and it was just kind of, it was there. The women looked nice, very nice, but then, holy smokies! I gotta pull out my phone since I'm doing the recording. I don't want to interrupt the recording, but we did a really cool post with all the players and what they were wearing. Really, some of those gowns were gorgeous. I have to say, my first impression was, ladies, it's an NBA draft. It ain't an award show. But then I pulled because those were pretty elaborate, some of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But then I thought to myself, in a way, this is an award show. You're being awarded your entry into the WNBA from where you were before. So I guess it's an award show, but they were pretty turned out. Some of these dresses were beautiful. Are you looking at where I'm looking right now? Okay. I went to this first one. The first one that we have is Cameron Brink. Really, of course, all the women are in shape, so of course they can wear, and they're tall,
right?
So they can wear whatever the hell they want.
They look like runway models.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, actually, they do. Hers is nice, really nice.
Yeah.
Alyssa Peely, I hope I'm saying these correctly. I'm not sure. That's a lovely gown. So okay, we got leg.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next one is Nika Mule. I'm not sure if that's correct. That's pretty sexy. That black number.
These girls look completely different.
Yeah.
From on the court to
Yeah.
red carpet ready.
Come on. You're in a
I love it.
ponytail. You're
Yeah.
not going to be all
No
totally
makeup.
turned out. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're doing your job, man. Caitlin, I like hers, but
I love hers.
yeah, it's not like the others.
Do you think she feels comfortable in it?
No.
She's wearing Prada. I know that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
The couture designers came out and they stepped up and they donated all these fashions. They wanted these women to wear them.
Of course.
Yeah.
And they knew they'd wear them well. She needed someone to steam her outfit. Do you see how
a few
all the
creases.
wrinkles?
Yeah.
So,
It looks like a satin that just when you sit down once.
uh-oh, yeah.
But she's got the glasses going on.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
she had
yeah.
her makeup done.
Yeah.
They all had amazing makeup too.
Yeah, I thought she looked great. Rikia, I'm not sure.
Rikia Jackson.
Dear God, she looks like she's ready for the Hollywood red carpet.
Oh, yeah.
That gorgeous
She
red
does.
stunner. That's a beautiful and
Beautiful
kind of
pantsuit.
unique. Yeah, well, yeah, pantsuit. It's kind of got a little dress action going on the right-hand side.
Right.
Her right-hand
like
side.
little tails.
Yeah.
Tails.
And Angel Reese, my God. I mean, she's like Hollywood runway ready.
Yeah,
but she's
is.
a really, really beautiful woman.
She is really pretty.
Now, this one, I thought, wow, this is over the top. The next one, Naidu Poke. I don't know.
Right. Excuse us, Naidu.
Yeah.
But you look great.
She looks great. I mean, but it's like, whoa, but anyway, it was just kind of fun because, when you see draft day for the NFL and the NBA, those guys turn out.
And I think the girls were so excited because they're like, watch us now. Compared to the NBA when they strut their stuff and they wear their suits and they have some really colorful outfits.
And they're just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And why not, right?
Right.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
I don't know when their season starts. Do you have any idea about that?
I do not know. But with only 36 games.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they start in the fall like the guys. Wait. No. NBA starts after football.
Okay.
Or during.
No, NBA.
I don't even
NBA
know.
starts in November.
Oh, November.
And it's still going on. NBA has the longest season in the whole world.
God, I know.
It goes on. It's not like
through the end of
football.
June almost.
That's when they have their finals, and they start in October. So that's like 9 months. And then they have to work out the other 3 to stay in shape. It doesn't stop. Like football has a tiny break, and and baseball seems kind of long because it's like
baseball is long.
October. It's like,
I mean, if you make it to the big dance for
World
baseball,
Series.
for the World Series. I mean,
it's
come on.
snowing in some states. They're like, cancel.
It could be here.
Yeah.
But mid, right.
Right.
Mr. October, whatever. So, and it starts at the end of March, right?
Right. Yeah.
So that's a pretty long season too.
It's like 7 months. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've extended them. But anyway, so
anyways.
let's just hope that all kind of.
Well, I hope everybody's going to pay more attention to the WNBA. I hope their salaries will increase and the attendance will increase and the ticket prices will increase and the advertisers will come out.
Yeah.
And we can really support us women out there because this new generation is going to rock it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I knew we'd hear something from her. What does she want? What do you want? You're not getting any food.
She's like a little person.
She's. Did you hear that? I hope that came through the microphone. She sounds like E.T.
And she looks like E.T.
And she
as
looks
you
like
said.
E.T.
Yeah.
But that sounded like an E.T. sound.
That's a new dog.
That was crazy. Okay, well, hail, WNBA, good job. And we'll be right back because we have other stuff to talk about. We'd like to talk about some of the reactions to the post that we made regarding, is it fashion? Is it nudity? When we posted pictures of Kanye West's wife, Bianca. And we got some definite reactions. Let me tell you. Okay. And we'll read a few to you. Okay. Be right back. Okay, we're back. And our topic now is reactions that we received on my Facebook page. We would rather you commented on the Ladies Who Question Facebook page, but for whatever reason, I did post it as well on my Facebook page. And I have a decent amount of followers, and they were quite vocal. So this was the post on April 11th that I posted from our Ladies Who Question Facebook page onto mine. And it featured Bianca and Kanye West. And it showed Bianca in a, what do you want to even call it? Most revealing.
Was that like a see-through nylon?
Oh, yeah. It was the one that we talked
stocking?
about.
Yeah.
And we said fashion or public nudity. And and the question was posed on our post, should we free the nipple, hashtag free the nipple, or leave some things to the imagination? And here are some of the comments that we received, okay? First of all was one gentleman who said, James, that lady in the photograph doesn't look comfortable being in public like that. And other people agreed immediately. No, she doesn't. Like in other words, the consensus went on to talk about how uncomfortable she was, how she was being controlled.
Right.
Yeah.
And dragged around like a little slave.
Yeah. And
you wear what I tell you to wear.
well, that was kind of how the conversation went. And these were men. These were men commenting, and then some women also agreed. One woman, Lynette, says, I think it's incredibly tacky, flagrantly narcissistic. I also, this was good, question the hygiene. Who wants to sit where she just did?
Ooh.
Good point.
Bare bottom on the chair.
Yeah, I mean, ugh. Another woman, just no thanks with barf, emoji. This one guy who I know, actually, one of my friends from broadcasting, he said, that's my imagination. He was trying to keep it light. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
But I know him, and he would, this is not what he would be digging. Another one said they had seen this on TMZ and they had a black strip over it. That's how revealing this is. So if you want to check this out, go to our go to Ladies Who Question Facebook page and look for this, or you can come to mine.
We also posted the pictures on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm referring right now, to all that. Anyway, another woman, Peg, said, I think it's domestic abuse. She's being controlled by this moron. Someone in her family needs to save her. And
yes.
And so we've got female input.
Yes.
So far, it's half and half. But another woman, Lisa, not me, I think she's a victim of domestic abuse, physical and mental. She looks dazed in every photo, not sure where she stands as a fashion statement. Good point.
Right.
Fashion?
Yeah, how could you call that fashion?
I mean, come on. We have a culture that is sexist on standards of appropriate attire. Yeah. And I replied back to her and I said, actually, this woman is an educated and intelligent woman. I've seen her interviewed. She's an architect. So she's trained. She's an educated. And she was giving a speech somewhere or on a panel or something. And I went, wow. I was blown away. So that only makes me think, I mean, what is going on? Because why would this woman allow this? Unless she's completely complicit and she thinks it's cool. But that's not the woman I saw being interviewed.
Right.
Another woman, Mary Lynn, said, it is a shame that this woman is intelligent, educated, and yet follows along with what he is asking her to do. Another woman, Kelly, said, my mom always said, your body's chapel of your soul, mystery of a woman's best friend. Why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? Well, I mean, they're married, but anyway, she says, old-fashioned, yes, but tried and true. Gentleman Bert says, with all the money and clothing options available to wear, parading around displaying your, quote, in his word, quote, goods, is really not a fashion statement. That's kind of what we were just saying.
Exactly.
It just can't be comfortable walking in public trying to cover up. But hey, I'm a guy, what do I know? To be honest, I would look, LOL.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's honest.
Yep.
Another gentleman just said P/N, which meant public nudity. So far, we are half and half here. I mean, the men are showing up and saying, and they're not like saying this is like cool.
We're digging it. Right. No.
And believe me, the people who see my Facebook page, they are all over the board.
Oh, okay.
So I would have expected more varied comments considering who I know, who are people. Anyway, Catherine said it's one reason Kim K divorced him. He was trying to do the same to her. Well, she was pretty complicit with that. She was never quite this extreme, but she was just that hairline away.
She was. She wore some weird, funky stuff.
Yeah, and that I doubt that's why she divorced him. There was
other things.
There was a lot of other things going on. Mary Jane said, I just want to throw her a raincoat.
I know, the
Seriously.
poor thing.
Ken, if you see the groundhog, you get 6 more weeks of wearing those outfits. Okay, I don't even get it, but that's funny.
The shadow.
Yeah, and then one woman wanted to know, who is she? I don't even know who she is. Then another woman, Katie, said, I think they likely have a relationship where this is part of a kink shared between them.
Interesting.
Okay. Without being part of a relationship, I won't judge their consensual interactions as long as that's what it is. I will, however, here's where she winds up and takes it home. I will, however, judge the hell out of people who force others to participate in their kink without consent, and that is what this type of public nudity is about. Free the nipple and all that, but this is clearly a sexual thing they're imposing on anyone in their proximity. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
The bottom
line is, I think Kanye wants this. He wants people to react. He wants people to think about him. And what did we do? We reacted, and we're not happy about it, but we got a general consensus of mostly people probably in our age bracket. But we're talking about it.
Yeah, and since nobody wants to see him in an outfit like that,
Oh, God. That would be hilarious.
It'd be gross.
Yeah, it would be gross, but if she was wearing all the sweats and the layers of clothes where you can't see any body part and he's paraded around in a Speedo.
Well, that would be a spectacle too.
Yeah.
But in a different, more disgusting kind of, equally disgusting, but different.
Yeah, exactly.
Just different.
That would be a good dare for him.
So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot. I had another one. There was another one. This was from a gentleman that I also worked with years and years ago. Oh, golly.
Oh.
Let me just take a quick break here, and we'll find his because he really had a cogent point as well.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back, and I did find Dave's very thoughtful response. He listened to our podcast, and he said, I enjoyed this episode because I'm fascinated by women's views on women's fashion, and in this case, lack thereof. Personally, I'm a 72-year-old male. I've seen the female body from every aspect and angle. The only reason this would shock me is because it is still taboo in our society, and yet, go to Instagram and certain Facebook pages and see how many young women still glorify and invest in their body images. I think most men got the message roughly 4 years ago. Keep up the good work, ladies. It really is good. Wasn't that nice?
That was so nice.
So, big shout out to Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Thank you so much.
Very nice. It made our day, and we appreciate your thoughtful response.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm spent. It's Thursday evening. I'm exhausted, and as we talked about at the top of the show, gearing up for Taylor. She's going to be, I guess, live on iHeartRadio. Anyway, we already talked about this, so we'll check in with you next time. By this time, everybody will have heard at least some of the songs, etc., etc., etc. All right, this is Ladies Who Question, over and out.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks, Harvey. Ladies Who Question is executive produced and edited by me, Lisa Dominique, and also executive produced by Holly Caulfield. Holly also does most of our research, and Claire Caulfield is in charge of technical assistance and social media. Music, My Lionheart. Sketch music by Florian Manx and Matthew Anderson. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, follow, rate, and review Ladies Who Question on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Send your thoughts to ladieswhoquestion@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and our website, ladieswhoquestion.com.
All content discussed on Ladies Who Question are the opinions of Lisa Dominique and Holly Caulfield and should not be construed as advice of any kind. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as advice of any personal or medical issue for yourself or others. This disclaimer also applies to guests or contributors to the podcast.